Hello and welcome. You're watching the Tuesday edition of This Is Exclusive with me, Shavin Said. We're coming to you live from the Parliament on a day where the no confidence motion has been moved. There is yet another political storm that is brewing inside the Parliament. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about a story that was broken first by Republic Media Network back in 2021, exposing a leftist propagandist website which goes by the name of NewsClick. Now a Western media outlet exposes the same very organization, linking it to the CPC, which is the Communist Party of China. All this and much more on this edition of This Is Exclusive. But up first, these are the headlines we're tracking for you at this hour. Massive storm over the Chinese funding scandal as BJP raises the issue in the Parliament. Republic accesses proof of the Chinese handout purported mail trail shows messages on China's COVID handling.
आप सावरकर हो भी नहीं सकते, कभी जिंदगी भी नहीं हो सकते। 28 साल उस आदमी ने जेल में गुजारा है। आप अपनी तुलना सावरकर से करते, कभी सावरकर नहीं हो सकते।
Major fireworks in the Lok Sabha's MP's debate on no confidence motion.
The opposition party will regret that this no confidence motion is brought in a wrong timing and a very in a wrong manner.
Opposition's no confidence antic today, but NDA clearly has the numbers edge. Reshuffle in the Delhi government as Delhi Services Bill is passed. Atishi and Saurabh get new roles. Kerala Chief Minister moves the anti-uniform civil code resolution in the Assembly. Ladies and gentlemen, if you thought that the Communist Party of India, Marxist, has no links with China, then perhaps you'll have to think once again. With this expose, it becomes abundantly clear that there were some instructions that was given by the CPC. Tonight, we bring to you one of the biggest Lutyens media scam. This is about an organization called NewsClick. On the Monday edition of This Is Exclusive, we got you details of what the scam was all about. Tonight, we bring to you the funding that was allegedly received by this organization called NewsClick, coming from an American millionaire, Naval Roy Singham, and its links with the Communist Party of India, Marxist, what kind of instructions were coming in, and how exactly this was nothing but propaganda on the part of the Chinese. And what is the role that a Communist Party of India, Marxist leader, Prakash Karat, had to do with this? But the focus essentially on the money trail that has now emerged. Take a look at this report, and then we go across to reporters across India to get you the latest as far as this Lutyens media scam is concerned.
Lutyens cash for news scam gets bigger as alleged mail trail shows Chinese agenda was peddled. The purported mail trail showed how CPM leader Prakash Karat heaped praises on China and discussed the border issues. And when confronted, he had nothing to say.
I wanted to ask about that there has been electronic evidence has been found that CPIM was colluding with news linked to further Chinese propaganda. What do you have to say about it, sir?
I don't know anything about it. Anyway, I'm not in Delhi now. I cannot say anything.
NewsClick has also denied all allegations.
Hi, this is Tanisha Awasthi and I'm speaking from Republic Media Network. I would want you to answer a few questions that I have.
No, we have this thing. We are putting out a statement. So I'm not answering.
But sir, we would want a statement from you.
To comment on the dubious foreign fundings of the media outlets.
That is your interpretation of what is dubious and what is
There
not.
are reports. I am not.
I have read those reports, Simran. I am not a spokesperson of NewsClick.
Okay.
Therefore, I have nothing to say.
यदि न्यूज क्लिक का नाम यदि डिलीट
Today, the issue was raked up in the parliament by the BJP MP Nishikant Dubey.
प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में मैं एक बताऊं, यदि न्यूज क्लिक का नाम यदि डिलीट ये रेस्टोर हो गया, कांग्रेस को क्या समस्या है सर? न्यूज क्लिक आपका कौन लगता है? पुरकास्ट का नाम यदि रेस्टोर हो गया, पुरकास्ट आपका क्या लगता है? रोहिणी सिंह, अभिसार शर्मा या कोई भी मान लीजिए ठाकुर रंजन प्रागता, यदि उसका डिलीट हो गया नाम या एक्सपंज से फिर बाहर आ गया, आपको क्या परेशानी है? आपका कोई मतलब नहीं है। और मैं ऑन रिकॉर्ड एक और रिविलेशन करना चाहता हूं सर कि सीपीएम के जो जनरल सेक्रेटरी, पूर्व जनरल सेक्रेटरी थे प्रकाश कारात साहब, उनका पूरा का पूरा मेल मैं ऑन रिकॉर्ड आपको लाना चाहता हूं कि जो वो नेवेली राय सिंघम था उसके साथ उनके हजारों मेल हैं, और जब आप कहेंगे मैं ऑन रिकॉर्ड उसको पेश कर दूंगा सर कि सीपीएम किस तरह से देशद्रोही पार्टी के साथ है।
The rattled opposition opposed the speech and demanded it to be expunged.
बीजेपी पार्टी के एक सदस्य मिस्टर दुबे वो बेबुनियाद और आधारहीन तथ्यों के सहारे कांग्रेस पार्टी और उसके साथ साथ हमारे नेतागण जैसे कि राहुल गांधी जी, इन सबको खिलाफ धड़ल्ले से गाली गलौज देना शुरू कर दिए। एक ओछी तरीके से और घटिया बयान पेश कर रहे थे जिसका कोई आधार नहीं, कोई तथ्य नहीं है।
Bureau Report, Republic TV.
So what is the CPM Prakash Karat link that has now emerged, and what is it that the BJP Parliament Nishikant Dubey had to refer to on the floor of the Parliament? Republic TV has now accessed the very email trail that the parliamentarian was talking about. This is an alleged conversation taking place between Naval Roy Singham and Prakash Karat, where Naval Roy Singham gives an update as to what are the articles that were being published, and in response to that, Prakash Karat is lamenting about the fact that the Indian government has brought in a lot of curbs, resulting in a direct impact on the trade between both the countries, and also talks about the fact that there has been a whipping up of sentiments against China. Take a look at the confrontation done by my colleague Varshini when she is asking those very questions to Prakash Karat. He has no answers.
Mr. Karat, can we know what is your link with Neville Singham? There are huge accusations against you. Can you speak about it?
I don't know anything. I've just come on a flight.
Yes, but there is a lot of mail trail that has come out which has direct discussions between you two, where discussions about farmers' protests, about a lot of things, border issues. Can you comment on it?
I'll find out what it is. I can't say anything now.
We need one answer. Do you deny these allegations?
Find it in Delhi, my
About you? They say that you have been speaking about Chinese propaganda. What do you have to comment about it?
Let all lies. Let me see.
Mr. Karat, can we know what is your link with Neville Singham? There are huge accusations against you. Can you speak about it?
I don't know anything. I've just come on a flight.
Yes, but there is a lot of mail trail that has come out which has...
Joining us on this broadcast is my colleague Madhurima from outside NewsClick's office, and from the CPM office is my colleague Simran Babbar, and Varshini is joining us from Chennai, where Prakash Karat is currently visiting, and we'll try and first go across to Madhurima to get us the latest. Madhurima, you were there outside NewsClick's office yesterday. We did try getting in touch with the editor-in-chief. What is happening right now? Were you able to speak to anyone from NewsClick office? What is their version? So far, they are simply saying that the courts will decide they haven't really denied their alleged links with Naval Roy Singham. Their statement makes no mention of that. Quickly take us through the latest update.
Well, Shravan, I'm right now reporting from the office of NewsClick. As you can see, I am bringing you the visuals right in front of the office. And the situation is as is it was yesterday, Shravan. The office remains closed. There's nobody to be found, nobody to be seen. We've been ringing bell over here. As we saw that yesterday, employees came over here on their regular shift at around 3 o'clock, but they were asked to leave. They were told all of a sudden it was more of an impromptu decision over here. We even spoke to them and they said that the office has been closed for the day, but it remains like we have been coming out with more revelations as far as this story is concerned, more truth, number of truth that have come forward. We are bringing you these visuals right in front of the office. This office remains shut, Shravan, and we have tried to even confront the editor-in-chief over here. He is nowhere to be seen. My colleague has also spoken over the phone. They are saying that they have issued a statement, but as and when you question these people with the proof in hand that we have the evidence, we have the electronic evidence, we have the mail trail, the alleged mail trail that has come forward, all that when is put forth in front of these people, may it be Mr. Prabir, Mr. Prakash Karat, all of them go silent. No word that could really explain these evidences really comes out of their mouths, and this is the situation remains the same, Shravan. There's nobody at this office since yesterday. It's all silent over here, not a person to be seen or heard, and the lock continues to be on the gate like it has been since yesterday afternoon. Shravan.
Let me get in a quick word from Varshini, who's joining us from Chennai. Varshini, you did try getting in touch with Prakash Karat. We're given to understand that he would be in Chennai. Any statement that is likely to come up from the CPM office?
Shravan, what was interesting to see today was that when we were trying to get in touch with Prakash Karat, even the arrival of a national leader like him was not known to any of the CPM members or the party people from Tamil Nadu. Even the senior leaders of Tamil Nadu were not aware, and this raises the question as to why he had to come alone to the airport, and that is why we tried to confront him, question him regarding the same, but he remained mum. He did not give out much responses. And at the same time, there is an expectations prevailing that he would be here for the next 4-5 days, since there have been pre-scheduled meeting that is going to happen of the CPIM party's internal meeting where all the leaders from the state are participating. Therefore, there could be a statement coming out very soon because of such important developments the Marxist Communist Party has in Tamil Nadu that is about to happen in the upcoming days. A clarification or a statement is expected because that is what is awaited at this moment for the party to continue with their pre-scheduled events that is going to happen. Therefore, we'll have to wait and see, Shravan, if at all any kind of an answer to all the questions that we put forth to Mr. Prakash Karat will be answered or not.
Well, thank you very much, Varshini, for getting us the latest details. We are just getting in more details right now on the mail trail. The mail trail between Prakash Karat and Naval Roy Singham, and more importantly, the money aspect that has now emerged. Remember back in 2021, when the Enforcement Directorate carried out the raids, the same very opposition parties that today are referring to the fact that there has been an attempt by the government to muzzle the voice of the opposition, the fact that there was an attempt to even curtail the freedom of press in the country, today has been completely silent about it. When this matter was raised on the floor of the parliament, BJP essentially saying why exactly would the Congress party and its leaders essentially want what parliamentarian Nishikant Dubey had to say with regards to a few journalists to be expunged from the records of the parliament. Once again raising this question that whether at all the Congress party is supporting what they call the anti-nationals. Shifting focus now to the other story. The no confidence motion that has been brought in by the I.N.D.I.A alliance. Earlier in the day, we saw parliamentarian Gaurav Gogoi moving the motion, once again trying to corner the government with respect to Manipur, and also making reference to what happened in Nuh, the communal clashes that actually took place. As far as numbers are concerned, ladies and gentlemen, what's important to point out here is that this is in favor of the government. So why exactly has the opposition decided to bring in the no confidence motion? They say that the government has completely failed to control the situation in Manipur. Gaurav Gogoi says failing Manipur is equivalent to failing the country. That is the reason why several of the opposition leaders are now raising this entire matter. In fact, listen to what Gaurav Gogoi had to say on the floor of the parliament earlier in the day, moving the no confidence motion.
प्रधानमंत्री महोदय ने एक मौन व्रत लिया कि सदन में ना लोकसभा में कुछ बोलेंगे ना राज्यसभा में कुछ बोलेंगे, और इसीलिए अध्यक्ष महोदय ये नौबत आनी पड़ी कि हम अविश्वास प्रस्ताव के द्वारा प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का मौन व्रत हम तोड़ना चाहते हैं। जब अडानी पर इसी सदन में राहुल गांधी जी ने प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी से सवाल किया कि कितने बार अडानी जी एक विशेष कंपनी को प्रधानमंत्री के साथ जाने पर उनको सुविधा हुआ, तो प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी मौन थे। आज उत्तर पूर्वांचल में आपके बड़े बड़े जो भी बातें हैं सारे अभी तक नाकाम रहे। एनआरसी की बात करते हैं, आज तक एनआरसी असम में लागू नहीं हुआ। सीएए की बात करते हैं, ऐसा एक माहौल वहां पे हुआ कि पूर्व जापान के प्रधानमंत्री असम नहीं जा पाए। जब चीन पर हमने सवाल किया, चीन पर आप पूछे, मैं चीन पर आता हूं, जब चीन पर हमने सवाल किया कि चीन हमारे सीमा के अंदर कितने किलोमीटर पर है, तो प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी मौन रहे। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने G20 के बाली समिट में प्रेसिडेंट शी जिनपिंग के साथ क्या बातचीत की, उनके विदेश मंत्रालय ने इसको छुपाने की कोशिश की।
Five leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party has also now been lined up to counter the move made by the opposition parties. In fact, Union Minister Kiran Rijiju on the floor of the parliament said that the opposition will essentially be regretting the move that they made as far as the no confidence motion is concerned. Talking about Manipur, he says that he is the first tribal law minister of this country. And the very fact that if you really look at the numbers in terms of insurgency in the northeast, from the time the Modi government has come to power, that number has drastically reduced. Listen to what Union Minister Kiran Rijiju had to say, and then we bring in our senior executive editor Abhishek Kapoor to put this into perspective, because over the next few days, it's going to be a power-packed lineup of leaders speaking in the parliament.
I want to tell on record that the opposition party will regret that this no confidence motion is brought in a wrong timing and a very in a wrong manner. 2014 में हमारा प्रदेश अरुणाचल प्रदेश में एक भी डिस्ट्रिक्ट हेडक्वार्टर में डबल लेन रास्ता नहीं था। आज हर एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट हेडक्वार्टर 100% डबल लेन रोड पे कनेक्ट हो चुके हैं 9 साल के अंदर में। इससे दर्शाता है कि गवर्नमेंट चाहेगा और प्रधानमंत्री का इच्छा शक्ति है तो काम कर सकता है, ये प्रूव करके दिखा चुका है। आप इंडिया नाम रखने से कुछ नहीं होता है, भारत के विरोध काम करेंगे और नाम इंडिया रखेंगे। ये हमारे देश के लोग पूरा देख रहे हैं। आप लोगों का जो गुमराह करने का तरीका है, उस बहकावे में कोई आने वाला नहीं है।
Let me also bring in our senior executive editor Abhishek Kapoor, who's been tracking this very closely. Abhishek, just put this into perspective. Many are now raising this question, why exactly waste the time of the parliament with the no confidence motion? Speaking to some of the opposition leaders, they say that it is important for them to raise the issue of Manipur. And the very fact that the Prime Minister hasn't really spoken, and the final response of the no confidence motion would come in from the Prime Minister, perhaps the opposition is hoping perhaps the Prime Minister is going to raise the issue of Manipur. Would you say that this is perhaps a waste of time, or would you say that this is a strategy adopted by the opposition parties?
You are right, Shawan, it's both actually. You see, the fact of the matter is that in a democracy, opposition has certain rights, and a no confidence motion is a mechanism available to the opposition. Remember, Lal Bahadur Shastri in his short 1.5 years faced 3 no confidence motions. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru faced a no confidence motion after the China war from among his own Congress members of Parliament, Acharya Kriplani. So, having said that, this is how democracy functions. It's also a waste of time in the sense that the result is a foregone conclusion. And it seems that this is guided more by the egotism of the opposition to make Prime Minister speak on the floor of the House rather than focus on solving the problem, be it Manipur and whatever other issues. Remember, the government has succeeded in getting most of its legislative agenda passed, and it's unfortunate that all those bills were passed without a debate because the opposition would not let the House in order, opposition would not debate. At the same time, see the double standards that to save their alliance and surrendering to the dictates of the Aam Aadmi Party, the same Congress party and the opposition agreed for a debate and let the House be in order on the issue of Delhi Services Bill. Having said that, today's debate has been about the government actually taking the lead and putting the opposition on the mat on the manner in which it has conducted itself. For example, Kiran Rijiju, because we played his bite, telling the opposition that they are most welcome to travel with him to Arunachal Pradesh if they want to understand how the government is handling the Chinese incursions. Or Nishikant Dubey really taking the battle right into the opposition camp with that NewsClick scam and all those people who are involved in it, essentially of the Congress ecosystem. So I think this is going to be, it was 6 hours of debate from the government side. Apart from Kiran Rijiju, we had Nishikant Dubey. From the side of the opposition, we have seen Gaurav Gogoi, of course, starting the debate. It's interesting that bit also that Rahul Gandhi, as it was believed would be opening on behalf of the opposition, did not. It seems because the Congress decided let discretion be better part of valor, because if Rahul Gandhi speaks on the first day, the BJP and its strategists and its social media team gets 2 days to lampoon the Gandhi sign before the Prime Minister speaks. So I think that's the reason why the Congress party decided that Rahul Gandhi also would speak on the last day. It would be interesting whether he speaks before the Prime Minister or after, because remember, as opposition moves the no confidence motion, they get the last word, and it would be interesting whether it's Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary or Gaurav Gogoi or actually Rahul Gandhi, to avoid getting commented upon by anyone in the government, speaks last. So that's something which we would be watching. But 6 hours of debate today, but and as you mentioned, a bit of waste of time, and of course the fact that opposition also has a right, so they can do what they want to do with whatever tools that are available to them in the parliamentary democracy that we have.
Well, thank you very much, Abhishek, for putting this into perspective. The next 48 hours it's likely to be a complete power-packed period in the parliament with leaders from both sides addressing the issue as far as the no confidence motion is concerned. That's all that we could pack in this edition of This Is Exclusive. News and updates continue on the other side. Reshuffle in the Delhi government as the Delhi Services Bill is passed. Atishi and Saurabh get new roles.
The day 5 of ASI survey at Gyanvapi complex. Well, the 41 members team of ASI has now gone inside. Hindu side lawyers are yet to go inside. The Muslim side is also yet to go inside. But the crucial 4 days of the ASI survey are now over. The 5th day, this is the 5th day, ASI team has now reached the foundation, the sealer area of the Gyanvapi complex, as well as now informing our viewers that entire Gyanvapi complex is divided into 3 parts for the convenience of ASI. Those 3 parts are now being studied by ASI. The detailed study, photography, videography, as well as the pictorial representation of the entire premises is done. Well, the ASI team was divided into 4 parts. The 41 members team of ASI is divided into 4 parts. All those 4 teams are now looking at different aspect of the Gyanvapi complex, whereas 3 domes, the controversial 3 domes, now the ASI team has reached there as well. They have now even climbed up on the domes to inspect the situation, where the Hindu side is continuously claiming that those domes were made on the walls of Hindu temples that were demolished. But now ASI is using ground penetrating system, that is the GPR machines. Those machines are now being used by ASI. Well, in the big development on the second day, the Muslim side has handed over the keys of the foundation area, the basement area, to the ASI officials. They have also come out as saying that they are ready to cooperate with ASI officials as well as the Hindu side. With camera person Anup, Ayush Raghuvanshi, Varanasi.
According to sources, Delhi Minister Atishi is set to be given additional charge of the Services and Vigilance Department. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal is forwarding a proposal to LG VK Saxena for the approval. The move comes a day after the Delhi Service Bill secured parliamentary approval, with the Rajya Sabha passing it comfortably by a 131 to 102 margin, giving control of appointments in the national capital to the centre. According to sources, Delhi Minister Atishi is set to be given additional charge of the Services and Vigilance Department. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal is forwarding a proposal to LG VK Saxena for the approval. The move comes a day after the Delhi Service Bill secured parliamentary approval, with the Rajya Sabha passing it comfortably by a 131 to 102 margin, giving control of appointments in the national capital to the centre. The 2 portfolios were earlier held by Atishi's cabinet colleague Saurabh Bhardwaj. Atishi was earlier given charge of the Revenue, Planning and the Finance Department in June. These 3 departments were earlier with the Transport Minister Kailash Gehlot. Atishi, the only woman minister in the Delhi cabinet, will now hold 14 portfolios, the highest among all the ministers in the Kejriwal government. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
तो ये जो घटनाएं मणिपुर में हो रही है, इसको ये हम ना समझे कि उत्तर पूर्वांचल के किसी कोने में हो रहा है, ये भारत में हो रहा है सर। अगर मणिपुर जल रहा है तो भारत जल रहा है। अगर मणिपुर में आग लगी है तो भारत में आग लगी है। अगर मणिपुर विभाजित हुआ है तो भारत विभाजित हुआ है। तो आज हम सिर्फ मणिपुर की बात नहीं कर रहे, हम भारत की बात कर रहे हैं। अध्यक्ष महोदय, बहुत गंभीर पूर्वक मैं ये बात अपने आपके समक्ष सदन में रख रहा हूं कि मणिपुर के मुख्यमंत्री के कार्यालय से
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand.
The Kerala Assembly unanimously adopted a resolution urging the BJP-led central government to refrain from implementing the Uniform Civil Code in the country. Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan moved a resolution in the House against the UCC by terming it as unilateral and hasty action on the part of the centre.
The top-ranked Amity BTech attracts some of the most brilliant students of India, with alumni working in top companies around the world and earning over 2 crores rupees per annum. To apply, visit amity.edu.
According to sources, Delhi Minister Atishi is set to be given additional charge of the Services and Vigilance Department. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal is forwarding a proposal to LG VK Saxena for the approval. The move comes a day after the Delhi Service Bill secured parliamentary approval, with the Rajya Sabha passing it comfortably by a 131 to 102 margin, giving control of appointments in the national capital to the centre. According to sources, Delhi Minister Atishi is set to be given additional charge of the Services and Vigilance Department. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal is forwarding a proposal to LG VK Saxena for the approval. The move comes a day after the Delhi Service Bill secured parliamentary approval, with the Rajya Sabha passing it comfortably by a 131 to 102 margin, giving control of appointments in the national capital to the centre. The two portfolios were earlier held by Atishi's cabinet colleague Saurabh Bhardwaj. Atishi was earlier given charge of the Revenue, Planning and the Finance Department in June. These three departments were earlier with the Transport Minister Kailash Gehlot. Atishi, the only woman minister in the Delhi cabinet, will now hold 14 portfolios, the highest among all the ministers in the Kejriwal government. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
तो ये जो घटनाएं मणिपुर में हो रही है,
media scam getting bigger. The BJP raises the issue in the parliament. They also question its China link. Republic accesses the mail trail, proof that shows cash for news trail for the Chinese propaganda. Fireworks in the parliament as MPs from both sides engage in a fiery debate on the no trust motion. BJP set to escalate the attack on the opposition, all MPs to launch a Quit India movement. The Enforcement Directorate summons the Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren on the 14th of August in connection with the land scam. And Pepper Fry's co-founder Ambrish Murthy dies of a cardiac arrest at the age of 51. A very good evening. You're watching Republic and I'm Deepthi Sachdeva. All through the day today, we have seen a fiery debate in the parliament. This was on the no confidence motion that has been moved by the opposition. The opposition, ladies and gentlemen, is well aware it doesn't have the numbers. And in fact, they indicated much the same in that opening comment that was made by Gaurav Gogoi as he started speaking on the no trust motion. He said we don't have the numbers and we know this. But he said that this is an attempt by the entire opposition to get the Prime Minister to speak on important issues, to get him to break what he is calling is his silence on Manipur. Now, as that debate continued and we've heard